got outside to enjoy the beautiful weather. I know I did, and it was so much fun. Now, for this week, we are reading a new book, and this book is called Henry and Mudge and the Long, sorry friends, there we go. And this book is called Henry and Mudge and the Long Weekend. Now, I chose this book because I love that Henry and Mudge, the boy and the dog, they wake up and they see that it's kind of gross outside. It's wet and muddy, so they can't go outside. So then they decide to solve their problem by using their imagination and coming up with different fun things to do. Now, today we need to make sure that we're going to read this story with our best storytelling voice so we really bring the characters to life. And if you're not ready to join with me yet and read along, make sure you're still following my finger as I point under the words so I can, as I'm scooping them up line by line. All right, are we ready to read along with me? All right, let's go. Henry and Mudge and the Long Weekend. Wet, yuck. Henry and Henry's big dog Mudge woke up one Saturday in February and looked outside. Yuck, said Henry. It was gray, it was cold, it was muddy and... I wonder what word would be under that post-it. What would make sense there? It was muddy and... Go ahead, shout it out. What do you think makes sense there? Maybe. Let's see what the first letter is underneath this, and then we can really start to narrow it down. Oh, I see a W. Muddy and... Yeah, it could be wet, or maybe I'm seeing in the picture and I see some white here. Maybe they're saying it's white also. Let's give it a look. Oh, I see E-T, and E-T says et, ooh, et. Put it all together, the word is wet. Awesome job, friends. Let's reread. It was muddy and wet. Uh-oh. Doesn't sound like a very fun day to go outside. No sun, Henry said. No snow. Just yuck. Wet yuck. Mudge leaned against Henry and... What word would make... What word would make sense here? Mudge leaned against Henry and... What's something that dogs might do if they're leaning against their owner? He could have barked. He could have... Maybe he cried a little bit, did a little yelp. Let's check to see what letters this word starts with. Oh, I see a DR. And DR is a blend. So what sound does DR make together? Say it with me. Dr, dr. What word can make sense there? Mudge leaned against Henry and dropped. Maybe. Leaned against Henry and dragged. Let's keep uncovering to see what the next part is. Oh, I know that OO is a vowel team, and OO sometimes makes tricky sounds. It makes two sounds. So let's see if we can figure out what sound this OO makes. Dr. Let's try it like moon. Dr. Ooh. Does that sound like a word you know? It does. Okay, let's hold that thought. Let's try the different way, because remember, we always want to try it the different ways that it could sound like. Dr, and then O as in book. Dr, droll. No. So I think it's the first way. Let's try the first way and see if this sounds like a word we know. Ooh. What's the word? Drool, you're right. And then let's see the ending. Oh, that ED ending. We know ED also sounds a lot of different ways. Let's try and see if we can figure out the best way it sounds. Drooled. Yeah, what sound does this ED make? D. You're right. Let's put it all together. Drooled. Drooled. Awesome job, first grade. Now let's reread this sentence. Put it all together. Mudge leaned against Henry and drooled. What are we going to do all weekend? Henry asked. Mudge leaned harder. How will we have some fun? Henry grumbled. Uh-oh. Sorry, friends, my video stopped. Henry grumbled. Oh, that's a pretty big word. Do you know what the word grumbled means? Go ahead and take a guess. Whisper that guess into your hands. Grumbled. What does the word grumbled means? Yeah, so grumbled kind of means like he moans a little bit. He sounds very unhappy, kind of like, He's pouting. He's not very happy. He's making a sound that tells Mudge he's not happy. Mudge leaned harder still. What a boring weekend, Henry Oh, what could this word be? It starts with GR. And what sound does this blend GR make? Say it with me. Grrr. Oh, Henry groaned. Maybe. What word do you think it could be? What would make sense here? Henry Yeah, it could be grumbled, couldn't it? Because we saw grumbled on this page. It could definitely be grumbled. Grumbled, groaned, growled, grapes. No, that wouldn't make sense. All right, let's see what the next part is so we can figure it out. Oh, I know what we just learned about this word part. What does OW say? Yeah, it can say ow. So let's put it all together. Ow. So what word is this? Growl. Good job. I'm also noticing that I know this word, owl. Owl. Awesome job, friends. Let's see, is there up? And there's also an ending, that ending ED again. What sound would make the most sense? What sounds right here? Let's try the ED different ways. Ready? Grout. Grout? No. Growled. Growled? No. Let's try it another way. Growled. Growled. Oh, does that sound right? Growled? Yeah, it does. Give me a thumbs up if you think it sounds right. Awesome job, friends. Let's go back and reread. Henry growled. Mudge let go and leaned all the way. Whoa! Yelled Henry. Mudge flattened Henry like a pancake. How are we going to get up? Henry. Oh. What would Henry do if he's underneath Mudge? What would make sense here? What would sound right? Henry. Yeah, maybe Henry wailed, like Henry's crying. Or Henry, what word do you think it could be? Henry, Let's check the word part to see what word it could be. On one, let's put all those parts together. Wondered. All right, let's say it a little bit faster. Wondered. Wondered. What word is that? Yeah, wondered. Awesome job, friends. Let's reread it. Henry wondered. Now, I want to look up here. It says that Mudge flattened Henry like a pancake. Is that true? Do we think that that Mudge actually fell on Henry so hard that he smushed up and he's now flat like a pancake? No, they're just using a comparison. They're trying to tell you how smushed Henry was. And that's the end of our first chapter for today, friends. So what is something that might have happened that could be the problem that Henry and Mudge came across? What might their problem be in this story? Give me a thumbs up if you know. Awesome. Now whisper that problem into your hand. All right, I think that the problem in this story is that it's very gross, wet. Oh, I don't know why my video keeps freezing. It's very gross and wet outside. And then Henry and Mudge are kind of sad because they can't go outside and play. I'm wondering what will happen next in the story. Are you wondering the same thing? Give me a thumbs up if you are. Awesome. Let's make a prediction right now. Predict what might happen next in the story. All right, friends, great predictions. Thank you so much for reading along with me today. You all did an amazing job, and keep up that reading. Bye, everyone.